Hey everyone! So Zenless Zone Zero just dropped its 1.4 update, and I got to say, this might actually be the best version of the game so far. If you're someone who loves how HOYOverse handles storytelling, then consider this your sign to give Zenless Zone Zero another shot. Before we dive in, this video is recorded before 1.4 update, and don't worry, this video is spoiler free. I'll talk about the pros and cons of the game later, but first, let's address the elephant in the room. Why is this happening? Did Zenless Zone Zero flop? Well, yeah, kind of. When the game launched, it had a rocky start, mostly because of that one infamous feature, the TV system. Some players loved it for being chill and unique, but others hated it for slowing down the pace. Now, here's the good news. Majority of the TVs are gone. They got rid of them about 2 patches ago, around October 2024, if I'm remembering it right. And honestly, it feels so much better now. The story quest works like something from Honkai Star Rail. Imagine the simulated universe, but with way more cutscenes, voice acting, and beautiful visuals. Now, why is 1.4 might be Zenless Zone Zero's redemption arc? Well, 2 reasons. The TVs are gone, finally. So for the combat-hungry gamers out there, we will be able to experience more action. And the story is ramping up big time. All the factions are coming together to fight a major threat. If you're a returning player, think of it as a peak or conquest storyline from Genshin Impact. And for new players, it's like the Avengers Assemble moment. Let's start with the pros of 1.4. First, we will get a free limited 5-star character, Asaba. He's basically like Child from Genshin Impact, but with electric attacks, giving you an edge to clear both old and new content easily. If you don't have Rina yet, she's a great support for him, so try to grab her too. The combat is way more enjoyable now. Without the TVs, the flow of battle feels smoother. And honestly, this game has some of the most satisfying combat in any HOYOverse title. If you're playing on mobile, I recommend getting a controller. I use one, and it's worth it, even a cheap one will do. Number 3 is its amazing visuals and animations. The cutscenes in ZZZ are stunning. Personally, they're the best at creating cutscenes. You'd wish HOYOverse could drop a main story update every week. And I think that's it for our pros. Do you have something else to add?
Yes, I have something to add. Lighter is so handsome, skilled, popular, and handsome. Anyway, hey old and returning players, I'm Ari and I played Zenless Zone Zero back when it launched, but quit after pulling Ellen Joe. I just came back in version 1.3, so trust me when I say I know what it's like to return to the game. Now, let's keep things simple. Here are 4 cons for new and returning players. The first one, unfortunately, you still have to power through the main story's TV function up until the 3rd arc. So, here's a breakdown of which ones contain TV. First one is when you help the cunning hares. The second one is when you help Victoria housekeeping co. And the third one is when you follow the Neps in its 1st arc. So, yeah, the TV is still there and pretty much unavoidable during this part. But here's the good news! Now we can choose between TV mode or to control EOS to do the story mission starting version 1.4. Now let's jump to the second con. Farming for drive discs is slow, especially when you have experience with other gacha games and that you are itching to farm for relics, or as we call here, drive discs. It's very relatively slow during this time, so we suggest to focus on character materials first, especially if you're in the early games, so think around agent level 40. Third is that weekly game modes still have the TV mechanics. I know, it's still there, it's unavoidable, but it gets much better later, so it's something to grind. And our 4th con is that you might feel like you missed out on limited characters. It's okay, I almost missed out on Lighter, but there are 4-star units that can still carry you. Plus, the upcoming banner features Miyabi, a fan favorite, so there's still a lot that you can look forward to. What's important is that you're back and you're gonna crush it.
So what's the takeaway? Version 1.4 might be Zenless Zone Zero's potential comeback. The TVs are gone, the story is heating up, and the game feels better than ever. Whether you're a returning player or new to the game, now's the time to jump in. So if you're still on the fence about trying Zenless Zone Zero, I hope this helped you decide. So guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.